Okay guys, so this is our favorite dog, Jax, sweet little black poodle. All right, so Jax isn't looking much like a poodle these days, so I am going to try my best to get him to look like a poodle again. He doesn't have a whole lot of top knot, so it's probably going to take a grooming session or two to get him back to what he was. But I'm going to start by just patterning him, and I'm going to go over him here with a number 4 guard. And I'm going to do his whole body with that. I'm going to leave his legs a little bit fuller, but that's how we're going to start up. I didn't really do any brushing yet, kind of just digging through this. I am using a 15 blade, a very sharp 15 blade in here with the guard. So it kind of really barrels through the coat, almost like a set 5 blade. So, but stay with the video because I want to show you what I'm going to do on the face, because his face is very overgrown, right? So what we're going to do is I'm not going to just go straight on with a 10 blade on his face. I'm going to do it in sessions. So I'm actually going to use the guard comb on his face, break through it a little bit, and then use the 10 blade once I get some better clearance and I can see his face better. Because when the face is overgrown like that, right? See this face? You can easily nick a dog with the 10 blade if you're going too short, too quick. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you right now what I'm going to do. Okay, Jaxie, I'm actually going to just start pulling it off with this 4 snap-on comb, just to break it down a little bit. Stay, buddy, it's okay. And he's not too fond of this face to begin with, so that's why it's okay. Just break it down like I'm doing. It's all right, buddy. Okay, brother. Good boy. See what I mean? Once we get some of that hair off, stay, bud. It's okay. It's all right, Jaxie. Good boy. And what that guard is doing is it's, creating a little bit of a barrier, so we're less likely to catch skin. You still can, even with the guard on, so you have to be very careful. I'm even going under the eyes with that guard. And already we're getting him to look a little bit more like himself and a poodle again. And this is no fault to the owner, guys, so please be cool on the comments, because this is my fault. I had hernia surgery and I was out for a very long time, so I was not able to get to Jax and a lot of other dogs. So I apologize, but this is on me, okay? And we're just fixing the problem here. But already you can see how much better he looks. And again, I did that with the 4. And the point I was trying to make before is if you go right at it with the 10, you don't know what you're really cutting. You know what I'm saying? So here now, there's some clearance and I can see more. I can see more in here. I can see his skin flaps a little bit better. If you go right in with the 10, there's a good chance you're going to cut him here, right? But with the guard comb, you separate that skin a little bit. The blade's not ever making contact with the skin. And again, just safer. It's much safer. Especially with a thick coat like Jax has. He has a very thick coat. He has a great coat. It's everything you actually want in a poodle, is that thick coat, But again, just using the 4 snap-on comb, I'm going to leave those legs a little fuller. And already you can just see how he is just magically turning back into a poodle. So like I said, we're going to have to let that top knot grow a little bit more you know, and it may take a grooming. You know, by next grooming it'll be full again. And the tail also, because the tail is kind of short. Jax does a lot of moaning. You know, he growls at me sometimes. This dog has never tried to bite me. It's another thing I'm going to do right here, just to start it, is clip this off of the ear so we can start to form that poodle head. It's really called a poodle head, not a top knot, but I'm an old school groomer, so I don't know the lingo, you know. Alrighty, Jaxie, you're coming along, buddy. There you go, I'm almost done with the body. Just come down the legs a little bit. It's okay, buddy. Okay, so now that I did that, I just want to show you now what I can do with the 10 blade. So I'm going to switch this out, put that there. I'm picking up my 10 blade here. So now this is a 10 blade. So now I can use that 10 blade a little bit easier on the face, you see, and I know where I'm at, you know. And what I do is I always leave a little bit of hair here, so I can kind of grab it, right, and do the left side of his face. But now that I can see better, I feel a little more confident, you know, in doing that shaved face that, you know, most poodle owners like. Stay, buddy, it's okay. I personally like the shaved face. I think the shaved face is much better. It's better just for hygiene. I like the shaved face because it's just cleaner. No food gets stuck on it. And I think the dogs tend to like it too. Good boy, Jaxie. Good boy, buddy. On this side, I'm using my left hand on this face. Stay, buddy. It's okay. What you want to do too is be very careful with the nose here. Okay, guys, stay, buddy. When you're using a 10 blade, see the corner of that nose? You can easily nick that if you're coming this way. So when you're doing a shaved poodle face, okay, you want to come this way and down. Don't come real strong across near that nose, because you will nick the nose, and that's not good. So it's a bad nick, and you know. And right here, what I'm doing is I'm spreading skin with my thumb, see? As opposed to cutting that right there, see? That's an easy nick. So we're spreading skin and coming down the neck here. Like I always mention, we're using that left hand as much as we're using the right, you know? It's okay, Jaxie. Good boy, buddy. It's okay, buddy. I love you, Jaxie. I love you, buddy. It's okay. I love Jax. He's a really good dog. He's always been very good to me and for me. See, already we're getting that poodle look back. See that? You know? It's okay, bud. Again, see what I'm doing here with the nose? I'm coming down and away. Just be very, very aware of where your 10 blade is coming across. Alrighty, Jaxie. Hey, buddy, look at that. Alright, so this is just the prep, guys. I'm just, you know, starting it out, and, you know, I'm going to finish up this prep. We're going to get him in the tub. We're going to bathe him, and I'm just going to show you in the end how, you know, he just looks like a poodle again, right? Another thing that we're going to do too is just the tail area with this 10 blade, you see. So, you know, he lost a lot of his tail here, but we're just going to do the little shaved tail part here, right? And we're gonna create that poof on his tail again, that little puff tail. It's okay, Bubba. There you go. And then once you hit it with the brush, right, see this is all like condensed fur here, but once you hit that with the brush and you get it out, it's gonna puff out. And we're gonna get that poodle tail look again, which he was lacking. See, just like that. And then even with this head, once you brush this head out, we'll brush the head out, brush the ears, we're gonna scissor his poodle head, and we are going to get Jax looking like a poodle again. It's okay, Jaxie. It's okay. What you making funny sounds, buddy? I think part of it just feels good to him, you know? Listen to him. Listen. Go ahead, Jack. Go ahead. You good boy, buddy. All right. So again, you could just already see where Jaxie is looking like his normal self and a poodle again. And we're going to get him in the tub. I'm going to give him a good blow dry, and then I'll show you the finish. So we use that 4 snap-on comb. We use the 10 blade. And that's basically it, guys. It's, you know, 2 things that we're using on him, and we'll get him looking like his poodle self again. I love you, Jaxie. Good boy. All right, let's get you in the tub. Okay, guys, so Jax is bathed and he's fluff dried, and this is, you know, where you want to be. Okay, from where we started, you can see that he's just little by little getting there, right? So this is the part where, you know, it gets more fun. You could start finessing a little bit more, but now that he's patterned, he's got like his little poodle pattern back, right? It's just gonna make it a lot easier, and he's gonna look like a poodle again. So I bathed him, fluff dried him, got him through. I got my comb through him, and just gonna go right back to the 4. We were using the 4 guard, and we're using wall guards, if you need to know. And disc guards are good too. But you know what, before I throw that 4 on, before I throw this 4 on, I'm actually going to see what a 2 looks like. Maybe I can, this is a 2. I'm gonna try this 2, see how that looks. Maybe I can finish him with that so he's not quite as short. See how that fares. Let me see. I don't know if I like this. Let me see. Do I like this? You know what? I'm actually going to go to that 4 because it's not as even as I would like it to be. So I'm going to switch out, switching the 2 out, going back to the 4 guard that we originally started with. So now we got the 4 going. Yeah, I think I could just make him come out a little bit better with the 4. But now that he's fluff dried and bathed and the coat's nice and clean, that 4 is going to kind of just barrel right through, guys. It's gonna really be smooth. You're not going to have that tugging with like we had with the prep, because the coat's nice and clean now, and you can just barrel through all that. And another good thing is when I fluffed out his head, I realized that, you know, we got a lot more you know, top knot than I thought. You know, I thought it was a lot shorter, but once I bathed him and fluffed it all out, he's got plenty of hair that we could work with there, you know. All right, so just gonna continue doing this. And over here, we can actually come backwards on the tail here a little bit. Over here, you know, I like to do as much clipper work as I can. See all this? You can get all this nice angulation going here. So even though he was in rough shape, you know, we could still leave those legs just a little bit fuller so he doesn't look so chicken-legged, right? You see that? Over here, with this, get the inside of the leg. I'm doing a lot of skimming. This is going to save a lot of scissoring time. And to be honest with you, it's a lot better for Jax here because, you know, he was in a little bit of rough shape, so I definitely want to keep his table time limited. I want to keep the grooming limited for him so he's not standing, you know, for a prolonged period of time, because dogs get tired, especially poodles, because, you know, they require a lot of grooming, a lot of haircut, a lot of scissoring, so it takes a little bit more time to do a dog like Jax here. And, you know, if I can limit his table time, he'll feel better. Put him back in the crate and he can rest, you know. But stay with the video, because what I want to do is, when I get to the head, which I'm going to get to soon, I want to show you a little thing I do with this foreguard. Okay. Get here. Jackson, you are such a good boy. I love you, Jackson. I love you, buddy. Jackson. Oh yeah, you shake it out, buddy. You shake it out. You're such a good boy. I love you, Jax. I've always loved you, buddy. You're such a sweet dog. This dog is so funny. When he comes in the morning, he just jumps all over me. He's one of the few dogs that's actually really happy to see me. So I love him for that. Such a good boy, Jackson. I'm a big poodle. I love poodles. Guys, they're one of my favorite dogs. I've always had poodles, always had minis. And believe it or not, my mini poodles are the reason why I actually started grooming. It got expensive for me. I had poodles as a teenager, so it got pretty, sorry, Jackson, I just had to move it. It got really expensive for me, so I ended up just grooming them, and that's why I became a groomer. So I'm just holding back his ears, giving him some nice long neck here. See that? Okay, Jackson, buddy, you are so good. You know, when I'm doing this too, I try to make note to try not to touch too much of the coat. So like here, rather than touch his leg, I'm kind of just going and touching his foot only. I'm not grabbing the leg, because you know, you don't want to ruin what fluff they may have on them. You know, the oils from your hands or any dirt on your hand, it's getting back on the coat, and then you kind of want them to stay as clean as possible during the course of the grooming. Good boy, Jackson. Oh, I love you, buddy. I love you, buddy. I love you, Jackson. You talking to me? I think Jax just talks to me. He talks to me. I love you, bud. I know. I know. A little bit here. A little bit. We'll just grab this. We'll go over that with the scissors. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you with the head. So what I want to do here is, you know, definitely, you know, you could see where he still has the remnants of that full face and everything. So we're still shaping. We're still trying to get that poodle head going. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to take my 4 snap-on comb. Before I do any scissoring, I'm actually going to start to shape. And I'm going to come right across here and up, right? And I'm going to create that little passage there where, you know, we're separating the ear, the top of the ear with the top knot. And I'm going to do the same thing here. So again, a quick little tip on getting the pattern going without using the scissors just yet, right? Because we still have to go over that head with, the face with a 10 blade. But again, just doing a lot of clipper work to jumpstart the look. you know. And it saves time, and again, I'm trying to save time. Not for me, but for Jackson here, you know. It's a lot of grooming for him. Good boy, Jackson. Hey, Bubba, it's okay. All right. There you go. Good boy. See that? See how it's already just shaping up, you know? Just with the clipper work. I love you, buddy. Okay, let me get my 10 blade on. And it's okay, Bubba. You know, as I'm reaching for my blades, look at my hand, guys. See that? See that? Always, I do this all day long. Like Stretch Armstrong, always keeping a hand on the dog so that you can sense his movement, you know. And you know, I'll actually do a quick blade change on the table sometimes, just to, you know, be right next to the dog. So little safety tip right there for you. Okay, keep your hands on the dogs as much as possible. All right, so now we are going back over his face here. Remember what we said about that nose, right? It's okay, Jackson. And Jaxie's not crazy about, you know, the blade on the face, but he lets me do it, you know. And we're going to take it right to the ear. So I'm making this line right here, see that? The line goes from the top of the ear right to the corner of the eye. Good boy, Jackson. Say, buddy, it's okay. And I try to do this quickly for him too, because, you know, he's not crazy about it. I don't want to stay on it. You know, with dogs, sometimes, you know, when you stay on one thing too long, they just really just get less and less tolerant of it. And so you kind of want to get it done, you know. Oh boy, Jackson. Wait a minute, let me see. Okay, we'll just get you right in there. You want to be really careful with the corners of the eyes. Oh, I love you, buddy. Good boy, Jackson. And you can blend down the neck a little bit too with the 10 blades, see? Right here, you can just blend down. And, you know, poodles should be very necky. You're such a good boy, Jaxie. You are such a good boy. And you see how just little by little, he just keeps getting more and more poodly. You see, now we have the little line here. We can get the scissor there. And good boy. You see, he's tired. See how he's sitting, guys? This is what I mean. Like, I want to get him done. You know, and this is the hard part of grooming, where, you know, people will, you know, expect their dog done very, very quickly. And the problem with that is, if you have to get a dog out soon, they just have to stand longer. I would rather just put Jax back in the crate so that he could just rest. You know what I mean? All right, so I'm just gonna do this poodle head, combing forward. I want to get this front part started here. And this is the hard part, because this is the part where, you know, you really have to, it's okay, buddy. You know, be careful. The scissors are very unforgiving. And again, it's the reason why I do a lot of that clipper work, because it's just that much less I got to do here now with the scissors, right? Stay, buddy. Stay, Jackson. Okay, you good boy, bud. Hey, stay, Bubba. There you go. Good boy. There you go, Jax. And again, little by little, you see that poodle coming out of him. And that's what I love. That's why I really love grooming poodles. I think a lot of groomers like grooming poodles, only because, I don't know, it makes you feel like a groomer. It's more creative and challenging, and so I'm trying to just skim. Stay, buddy. I'm trying to just skim the top of his head here because I don't want to take too much off of his top because, you know, like we said, he's still growing back. So I'm just trying to just trim the top ever so slightly there, and it'll look a lot better. I usually, you know, he usually has a little bit more of a fuller head, but you know, he was taken pretty short, so it's okay, bud. You all right? He burped. Get him behind the ear there, and again, just doing this, blending the back. Now we're trying to blend this back to the back of the neck and down. You don't want that sticking out too far. You really kind of want that blending right down, you know. Okay, Jaxie, stay, buddy. You know, and half the battle too is keeping them still enough to achieve this. There it is. They're bothering me. No, they're not bothering me. But guys, if you ever wonder why, and I get this all the time, why I don't answer my phone, this is why. I don't answer my phone because I am grooming, and I don't want to take my focus off, and I don't want to get into a potential prolonged conversation. A lot of times people will call me, just, you know, asking questions, and then Jax has to wait, and no. So whenever I'm working on a dog, you know, I probably need a receptionist, but I don't have one, because, okay, so, and a lot of times with poodle heads, you know, we're, like we've said, we're gonna go over our work, because, you know, you're going to notice things that you should have done. Stay, buddy. Stay. Okay. Good boy, Jaxie. Alrighty. And, you know, even the ears, I don't know what they did with them. They kind of took them a little short there. So I'm going to try to poodleize, if that's a word, his ears. And I'm not going to take too much off because I don't want to, you know, take it too short because there's not a whole lot there. I want his ears to come back a little. Stay, Bubba. You're such a good boy, Jaxie. Yeah. Love you, buddy. I don't know, is grooming for you? You know, we ask that question a lot. We ask that on our radio show on Pet Life, you know, which I encourage you guys to listen to our radio show because you could learn a lot there on what we do and the ins and outs. Is grooming for you? Is this something that you think you can do? It's a lot of work, I'll tell you that much, right? Obviously, but you know, it's a very rewarding job because look at what you get to do. You get to hang with doggies, especially doggies like Jax, and you know, it's one of those things where, you know, is it a labor of love? It is a labor of love, but it's also a job. One of the things that I think that, you know, people misconceive about this is that, you know, groomers are doing this because we solely just love dogs so much that we want to do this whether we get paid for it or not. And I can tell you right now, that is not true at all. Okay? Groomers, a lot of groomers out there have families. We have families. We have, you know, we got a lot of single moms that are groomers out there trying to support their children. And, you know, and you got a lot of dads too that have chose this profession that, you know, need to make money. But then the question rises, can you do this if you don't love animals? Absolutely not. You can't. So it's a little bit of both. But, you know, sometimes, you know, you'll have people come in and like, oh, you love what you do. And we do love what we do. But, you know, it's also a job to us. You know, we need to make the money so that we can continue doing what we do, right? I'm just doing a quick little poodle tail here. He doesn't have a whole lot of poodle tail left. So, again, I'm going to try to scissor. Stay, buddy. Stay, Jackson. Come here, Bubba. You see, he's starting to get a little tired, and that's why he's... It's okay, buddy. Here, come here. Let's reposition you. Good boy. It's okay. Yeah, so I was saying, you know, it's a little bit of both, and we try to do what we can with it. I've been doing this a really long time, as you guys know, 40 years. Do I love it? I love dogs. Do I love grooming? I don't know. I still like it, you know? And this is why I like it, because I get to make Jax feel better, you know? And whether I like it or not, I think that's the key right there. I get to make Jax feel better. And that's what I like. You know, I don't like lifting dogs all day. I don't like, you know, battling. And, you know, my hand is killing me. You know, look at what your hand goes through with all of this. You know, so, no. But I do like making Jax feel better. And I think that, you know, dog groomers should... you know, be, you know, thanked. And most of us are. And I certainly am. I appreciate my clientele. I really do. They have, you know, stuck with me through the years. And like I said, I had a hernia surgery recently. And, you know, you know, they had to go to another groomer, and by all means, that's what, you know, I understand that, because I was out for a good more than 2 months, over 2 months I was out. So obviously people had to go somewhere else, you know, and mostly everybody came back, and I appreciate that. And, you know, I'm still trying to get my bearings about me with it all. You know, it was rough. I was, you know, I had to wait for my surgery, and then I had to wait again. Then the recovery and all that. And it was the first time I ever stepped away from grooming dogs for such a long period of time. You know, never, you know, stopped grooming for 2 months. I never stopped grooming for more than 2 weeks, let alone 2 months. So it was a challenge. It was a challenge coming back, and I'm glad to be back though. So step here. I'm really glad to be back, and I appreciate everybody's patience with me. His face is right in my face here. All Jax wants to do is give me a kiss right now while I'm working on him. See what I did there? Like, sometimes you just notice something you did or didn't do, or, you know, and that's what you do with grooming. You're constantly just going over your work and constantly trying to fix things and get it to come out as good as possible. But again, with Jax here, we're trying to, I want to sum this grooming up within the next, you know, 5 minutes, because I want to get Jax back in the cage and lay him down. He'll fall asleep too after all this. He'll fall asleep. I'm using guide shears here. And just like our video, right? I don't know if you guys saw the, how to hold your scissors correctly. See, this is the correct, right? This is the correct right here. And that's, see that? Pinky rest, everything's there, right? Check out our how to hold your scissors correctly, because that's going to help you a lot with this. You wouldn't be able to do a whole lot of this without holding your scissors correctly. Always hold your scissors correctly. And remember what we did with the legs here. Remember we went over them with that with the guard. So just that much less scissoring. Now I can just rock and roll with scissoring and get the job done. And limit the time, right? You are such a good dog, Jaxie. I'm almost done with him. Well, I'm just gonna look a little bit at his head a little bit more. So that's what I tend to do. I'll start at the head, and then I'll do the rest of the body. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. And then I'll just go back to the head, fine tune it a little bit. Spray him down. Let me see how you look, Jaxie. Let me see, buddy. Come here. You're looking fantastic, actually, considering. Do a little table clean so that you could see what's going on again. And listen, it's not the perfect scissor job, but it's better than it was, and it starts the pattern over again, and it gets him looking like a poodle again. Okay, Jaxie, let me see you, buddy. Let me see, buddy. I'm getting here a little bit. Fluff this up. And I've been very, very busy because we're trying to play catch up because of all the time off. So I'm trying to play catch up here. And let me see you, Jaxie. Oh, Jay, you are coming out so good, buddy. I love it. You're such a good boy. Good boy, Jaxie. Let me see, Papa. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit more on the head here. Fine tune that. It's okay, bud. I know, you're tired. You have to be really careful here too, guys. You want to be careful with, the eyelids. You want to be careful with, when you're doing the corners of the eye here, you really have to be precise. And this is the scariest part, because I really have to try hard to not mess up everything I just did, right? And again, it's part of the pressures of doing a poodle. It's a lot, Yeah, if I were holding my scissors wrong or on the nut here like this, I would forget about it. I would feel like my hand would be about to fall off. He's getting tired, guys. I have to sum it up. It's okay. I know, Jaxie, you're tired. Let me see your teeth. Your teeth look good. Give it a quick little inspect. Look at him. His teeth look really, really good. Guys, I'm actually going to sum it up because he's letting me know. He's really tired. Guys, again, this video was just based on how to get, a poodle looking like a poodle again. We've always put Jax in a nice poodle clip. And, again, I was off and we got him back into his little poodle clip here. And so that was the purpose of this video. I'm trying to get my show sheen to spray. Here we go. I'm just going to spray him down a little here. And, you know, we're going to be done with this video. But please, guys, give it up for Jax, okay? And he's one of my favorite dogs. I love this dog. And give it up. I hope this video helped you guys. And if it did, please do us a favor. Hit the like button, guys. Subscribe if you're new. And we will see you in the next video. Good boy, Jaxie. You're such a good boy, Jaxie. I love you. Come here. Let's see. Let's see what you look. You look like a poodle again. You happy? Are you happy? You happy? I love you, Jax. Oh, what a good boy. You're done, Jaxie. Yes, you're done. You're going to go home. You're going to go rest.